Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Let us continue our discussion on basics of flow cytometry. In this video, we will discuss the basic principle of flow cytometry. So let us begin. When the sample is acquired in the machine, it would do certain things on the basis of its principle, which has three main components. That is, the flow system, also known as fluidics, the optical system, also known as light sensing, and lastly electronic system, that is signal processing. We will discuss each of these in next few minutes, but let's first see what do each of these literally mean. The flow system, it means cells in suspension are brought in a single file path, that is every single cell is separated by the principle of hydrodynamic focusing. Next is optical system. In this, a focused laser which scatters the light and emit fluorescence that is filtered and is collected. Lastly, in case of signal processing, the emitted light is converted into the digital values that are stored in a file for analysis in the computer. When a sample is acquired into a flow cytometer, it is ordered into a single stream of single particles by the principle of hydrodynamic focusing. When light from a laser interrogates a cell, two things will happen related to optics principle. First one is light scattering and the second is activation of fluorochrome, which leads to its detection on photomultiplier tubes. Now let's have a look at each of these two in little bit detail. First one is light scattering. When light from a laser interrogates a cell, the cell scatters the light in all directions. Light that is scattered in the forward direction, that is along the same axis laser is traveling, it is detected in the forward scatter channel. The intensity of this signal has been attributed to cell size, refractive index, that is membrane permeability. Laser light that is scattered at 90 degrees to the axis of the laser path is detected in the side scatter channel. The intensity of this signal is proportional to the amount of cytosolic structures in the cell, that is granules, cell inclusions, etc. The second part of the optics principle is emission of fluorescent light by the fluorochrome. The cells are labeled with fluorochrome linked antibodies. As the fluorescent molecule present in or on the cell, it is interrogated by a laser light, it will absorb energy from the laser and release the absorbed energy at longer wavelength. Emitted photons pass through the collection lens and are split and steered down specific channels with the use of filters. So let us have a look at the first cell that is passing through. As we can see, this cell is bound to some antibodies which are tagged with fluorochrome such that it emits blue light. So when this cell interrogates the laser light, we can notice the two things. First one is light scattering and the second one is detection of the blue colored light on the PMTs, that is photomultiplier tubes. Now let's have a look at another cell. In this case, the cells are bound to antibodies which are tagged with fluorochromes such that they can emit both blue and red signals. Also, we can notice the light scattering. Similarly, let's have a look at the third cell. Now this cell is bound to antibodies which are tagged with the fluorochrome emitting red light. Also there is light scattering. Now let's have a look at another cell. This cell has somewhat different properties as compared to previous three cells in such a way that this does not bind to any antibodies which were tagged with fluorochromes. So there is no fluorochrome activation, but obviously when it will interrogate with the laser light, there will be some light scattering. So far we have seen fluidics and optics. Lastly comes the electronics part. All of these properties of the cells, that is light scattering and fluorochrome activation, are submitted to computer. This data is generally shown in the form of graph. The instrument detects each cell as a point on XY graph. In this form of data presentation, we can look at two parameters of the sample at the same time. Various types of plots can be made using this data, such as contour plot, density plot, grayscale density plot, dot plot and histograms. Most commonly we use dot plots and histogram. So to summarize, we get a biological sample, we label it with a fluorescent marker, then we acquire the sample in the machine. In the machine, cells move in a linear stream through a focused light source. that is laser beam, the fluorescent molecule gets activated and emits light that is filtered and detected by the sensitive light detectors. These are known as photomultiplier tube. And finally, conversion of these analog fluorescent signals to digital signals. So this was the basic principle of flow cytometry. That's all for this video. If you have any doubts, feel free to ask in the comment section. I would be happy to help. We'll see you soon with a new video. Do check out my other videos. If you want me to make a video on any particular topic, let me know in the comment section. Lastly, please do like, comment and share this video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And while subscribing, press the bell icon so that you will get notification about my new video. Bye. Take care.